Yo, welcome to another episode of For the Culture. I'm your host, KP, as well as my co-host, Tay. In today's episode, man, we would like to start off saying first episode of 2026, man.
Yes,
starting off big, starting off right. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my guest, man, the one and only, man, the YouTube legend, man, Tyler, a.k.a. Mopey, man. Thank you for letting us have you on, bro. Appreciate you, bro. It's a pleasure seeing you and being here with you, bro. Thank you.
It's been a long time coming. We were talking about making this podcast like probably 6-7 months ago.
Man,
we finally got it worked out. I think the timing is perfect though. Everything.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Right.
I was gonna say definitely perfect. I was gonna say I remember we shot like our first video, like with the little short form content, and I was gonna say it did go.
It did pretty good.
On
Yeah.
TikTok, so I was like, hey, we're here, we're running it back. Now we got the podcast episode. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Man, and as far as like from your going off like the video, bro. Speaking of the video, bro, it's like when we first had just dropped it, it was like bro, we'll see where this goes. You know, when we first went out, it was like, bro, that's cool. Like, dang, Tyler, like, dang, Mopey. The comments were like, we haven't seen him in a long time. We wonder where he's been and stuff like that. And it was like, man, it's good to hear that like the supporters care about you, bro. It's very good to hear that they're up front and very supportive about you, bro. For sure.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Now, as far as that, man, 2025, obviously it's over with. I was gonna say, what was like some of your biggest takeaways for yourself, like as far as growth for 2025?
Dang, for 2025, I felt like I could have done a lot better. Too much time was definitely wasted consuming content and honestly like living in a ton of fear of creating. Like you guys have checked out the apartment. It's a nice apartment. I've wanted to record stuff in there for a while. For 2025, I wanted to, but I could not get over my fear of like being back out there, not knowing what to post, what the feedback would be, and that just caused me to just consume all of 2025 pretty much. I was just Instagram Reels, YouTube. Thankfully, I don't waste time on TikTok, but those two other platforms wasted so much time on there. I was still taking care of myself, trying to be as healthy as possible, but that could have been far better for sure.
For sure. And you been in the game for a while, bro. These new social media outlets like TikTok, all these clipping pages is back then the content you was posting were for one platform, and then now it's coming out to different platforms such as Twitch, TikTok, and all these other creators pushing out their content. And you've been in the game for a while. What do you think the takeaway from that is coming from YouTube standpoint, and then just all these other clips, short form
to how
forms
the
of
content is now? How has it changed a little bit? In your opinion?
I mean, so the last time I was really making the content was with the group in 2019, 2020, and I mean that was when you could still do long form for sure. But we're 5 years later, and it's just to make long form content on YouTube and do well, you have to be in the top. I mean, quality wise, 5% of people posting on YouTube. You have to make it such high quality to keep the attention spans. Because I mean, even myself, I'd rather just be on Instagram Reels, scrolling than try to find a high quality YouTube video. So it's just so tough. But it's still possible. I mean, you just got to find your right niche. But it's a joke almost, honestly. I don't know what the future looks like either.
Yeah, that's
another 5 years from now, maybe there's a reset where long form becomes popular again. But I only think it's going to get worse, and it's just going to get harder and harder to keep people's attention.
Yeah. That's why I say it's kind of hard because when you streaming on Twitch, it's dang, you have all these new streamers coming out and everything. It's streaming. Do you think streaming is a sure thing as long form content, or is it just what do you think about that? What's the take on that?
I don't ever watch streamers, so I have no clue about that.
Right.
The only thing I see is the just insane clips that the I don't know, all the popular guys, the clips from them. And if I was trying to get into streaming on Twitch, I would have no clue where to start, because I don't know how you compete with those guys, honestly. And I personally, no, not on any hating shit, just I feel a lot of it is just pre-planned, kind of staged a little bit, and I don't even know. It's just, I'm glad I'm not trying to get into that.
I heard you on that one.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, you're saying you don't watch the Twitch streamers and all that, and I was gonna say, what is some advice you would give someone who is trying to start content but honestly don't know where to start? Because I was gonna say a lot of content nowadays you can see is like they might just be about one thing, and it's like they're not doing as well as like people who make videos like they can either relate to or like kind of like all over the place. Like for an example, like Flight Reaction, like he makes all types of different videos and stuff
Yeah.
just to bring like all different types of like different people in. So I was gonna
Yeah.
say, what is some ways you probably think is a good way to stand out in the industry now, since everything is like kind of everyone's just trying to follow the same trend? Like, what's some ways to stand out, maybe?
I mean, this is my go-to piece of advice for anybody trying to create any form of content online, and it's you're the most entertaining when you're being the most entertained. Now, I don't know the keys to getting a ton of views. I can't anymore. I can't even do that anymore. You know, I'm trying to get back into the game. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later, like what I'm posting for 2026. But I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's like
Right.
it's all just the short form, and then getting people to just going viral off of short form, it seems, and then kind of trying to keep up with that, and then maybe your name will start hitting the algorithm. Like, what's that one dude's name? Clav.
Oh, Clav.
Yeah, bro,
I
what
know
is
exactly
up
what you're
with
talking
that?
about.
Dude,
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't get that. And it's
Yeah.
like the fact that like he is what, like a looks maxing guy,
Yeah,
and,
and it's like
his
he
name
get
is
ton of
all
yeah.
over
He's
the
getting pulled.
internet.
He's getting pulled from the internet.
Yeah, from where, from what? Who knows, right? It was just
Yeah.
a couple clips that just went viral, and then like yeah. So I don't know. I just think you can go for the route, like trying to get the clips and blow up that way, or you can try to play the long game and be entertaining and have fun.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're having fun and you don't blow up, whatever, you're still making at least a couple people happy, and you're enjoying doing it too.
Now, one thing what I could say to the people is, when people put out their content and they get mad negative feedback, how did you deal with it in the perspective of if you got negative comments and negative stuff on your stuff and your videos, how did you deal with it, and how do you get over the fact to just keep going no matter what?
I got really lucky. For some reason, I didn't have a lot of that in my YouTube career. I mean, at the very beginning, it was a little bit, and I just didn't even pay any attention. I could give to. I don't have any advice to it other than just like, it's just gotta brush off your shoulders. Like,
Right.
they're just trolls, you know. It doesn't matter. Like, I used to troll back in the day too, and it's not that serious. Like, just, you know, people are wasting their time online. They're gonna get a kick out of saying some dumb stuff. So, just having kind of that like looking down from like way above, you know, like taking yourself out of the picture.
Right.
Like if you were talking, kind of just like if you're talking to a friend that's like getting in their head about negative comments and stuff, you would obviously tell them like, "Yo, bro,
Right.
who is that person? Why are you getting
Why are you worried
bummed
about them?"
about
Yeah,
that person's
exactly.
comment?"
Yeah.
But kind of like, so you can easily say that to a friend. You just got to remember that you could tell yourself that too.
Yeah.
And that goes for everything. I mean, like, we'll probably get into some stuff later, but like about like, you know, vices, addictions and stuff like that. But kind of like, for me personally, taking a step back and looking at it from a third person perspective kind of helps out. Like, what would I say to a friend
Right.
that's struggling with this thing, you know?
Cool. And I was gonna say, with like so many people out here, like his kind of going back to the same question earlier, going back out here doing the same thing, and when they see it don't go how it's supposed to, I was gonna say, in your early YouTube career, how did you like get through the slow moments and the slow grind? What was like some of your biggest, like, not just advice, but some tips you did and all that, like when the content was kind of slow, like when you first started slow, and like once you got over that hump, what kept you going, and what pushed you to go over ahead and get over the hump?
What kind of pushed me to get over the hump? I mean, it's just getting on to the next one and moving on, and kind of understanding like that online is up and down.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to get through the lows, obviously, to just get to a better point. And you know, most channels don't just go straight up. So yeah, mine kind of went like this for a little bit. At times it was and then kind of down up. So just got to get through it, and again, kind of not take it that serious. You know,
Right.
just
Yeah.
posting dumb stuff online. Like, it's really hard to just not get in your head about it though, especially if you have a lot of stuff that isn't doing well for a while. but just believing in yourself, and you know that it'll turn around.
Right. And as far as like making content and stuff like that, do you think being versatile in certain things will help you as well? Like your character on the internet and just being yourself as far as just doing IRL stuff, doing like travel things and just like, I wouldn't say branch off into different things, but just make about yourself and different niches of yourself. You think like that's like a cool way to just go about things and to grow as a person as well on the content world?
For growth, or
Yeah,
for just kind
for
of putting
just-
yourself out there? Because I feel like for growth, you can't really branch into so many different niches because because we already see so many when we're just scrolling on short
Yeah.
form. We already see like everything, you know. So like, I feel like nowadays you got to kind of pick your niche and stick to it.
Okay,
Unless
yeah.
you've developed a really good personality
Yeah.
that can go across all different niches and show it really well. Trying to think of an example. I mean, like, Flight's a great one. You know, Flight,
Yeah.
his person, and he's built up such an audience for so long, and he's like
Man.
a hilarious dude that he can make videos on all different kind of subjects. Cash comes to mind too. You know, basketball,
Shout out
food,
Cash,
all
man.
types.
all the
Yeah.
random types. Those personalities, like you can branch, but like you gotta work
Start
up
at
to
one
it.
point, because I'm pretty sure, yeah.
You can't just start posting like
For
that.
sure.
Because I mean, if I started watching someone new and I don't know them, it's like I don't
What are you
care about
doing?
this.
Right, like,
yeah,
you're
I don't
all
care.
over
I
the
don't care
place.
about this person. I'm
Right.
gonna go back to scrolling. You know, it takes a lot.
So basically, just stick to one piece of like stick to one thing. Pretty much like
Maybe
speed.
to start. Maybe
yeah,
to start.
yeah, as a start. Yeah, speed did it. A lot of like people
Exactly.
started
Yeah,
to
yeah.
one thing. Like started one thing as they got big. They surrounded themselves with people that just can do it as well, and just got big from there. So yeah, I exactly.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
for
Speed's
sure.
Speed's a great example. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't even know what game he started out streaming.
It was, I think,
like
Fortnite or something.
Was it- was it-
yeah,
was it-
I don't-
Fortnite,
I-
and he was on 2K a lot. He started,
Okay.
he started on 2K. He started like
Yeah.
on the game side, everything.
Yep.
And he really just branched out once he got to like probably a certain point with Aiden or somewhere. He just now look at him doing tours and stuff. So it's amazing to
Yeah.
see that you can branch out from just starting one niche. It's amazing to see for sure.
It's just
Definitely.
amazing to see, like, in general, like, even all the people we just named, like,
No, for real.
just how consistent they're still being. It's like they know they're in a good place, but it's like they still got something to work for and just keep on pushing it out. And it's just like that just goes back to the grind. Like, it definitely does take a lot. Like, it's definitely not going to happen overnight. It's definitely not going to do none of that. But if you just continue to grind and, like you said, just stay yourself and just know what you're doing it for, I feel like that can definitely help, like, with content growing just in general, or, like, just whatever you want to do in
Yeah.
life. Just continue to grow just with it. And I was going to say, Tyler, you said let's talk about and all that. How do you feel, not just feel, how do you think is a good way for people to cope with certain things out, not just with content, but just in general?
Yeah.
Just like, you
Like
know,
what
if I'm
difference-
just beating myself up, don't know what to do, I was going to say, what are some ways you think is a good way of coping with certain things?
Yeah.
I mean, so like just kind of overthinking stuff and getting in
Yeah.
your head,
As
about
well as
stuff?
like
Yeah, just-
addictions as well. Like if they
Okay.
they use something to just go to now that like they're like, damn, they just start doing things that they're not like in the realm of doing anymore, and then just like puts them in like a place where it's like, dang, how can I get myself out of this situation?
Yeah. So first one that comes to my mind was like 2025. I was consuming too much content, but also like another thing I was struggling with was like just food, junk food and all that stuff, because I was just getting off work tired and not having anything to work towards. So I was really low on like real like fulfillment, joy, happiness, dopamine, all that stuff. Like, so I would use food to get those hits, you know.
So like stress eating.
Yeah, totally. And like I would get like a Domino's pizza, Papa John's pizza, and put on a YouTube video and eat that, and my brain is like exploding with dopamine and just couldn't stress out about a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, you know, it took me kind of a bit to realize, like, you know, when I don't deserve this dopamine rush. This is not, I didn't work for this, you know. This is fake happiness and joy eating this food and watching this content. So now for 2026, I'm trying to chase like real happiness and joy,
Right, yeah.
which is like hitting goals, seeing hard work paying off. And, you know, there's days that it's like, I mean, I don't eat the junk food. I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking. I'm not gambling.
Right.
So, you know, some days are pretty like just there's not a
Narrow,
lot.
yeah.
There's not a lot going on or not that's like really making me too happy and fulfilled. But then when I have a day that I actually get something done and that's like real, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So I think for like just realizing that if you're turning to something for quick, you know, quick fulfillment, quick joy, it's ultimately going to lead to more problems.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the longer you do that, the harder it's going to be to stop, and the more painful too. You know, I think for someone that's like very, very overweight, they've been eating junk food for 5-10 years. When it comes time, hopefully for them to try to shed a lot of weight and really cut back on their diet and change things up, they're so stuck in their habits. It's going to be so much harder. And I'm just thankful for me personally, like that I've lost like probably 35 pounds over the past year and a half.
That's
I
crazy.
got kind of fat a little bit.
Man, that's good.
And
It's like you
yeah,
overcoming and you cutting down from yourself. So it's like you really just self successful and you're getting yourself together. And as far as you saying you're not drinking and you're not doing all these crazy things, how long has it been since you like not drunk or like have drunk?
Yeah.
Like, is it have it been like years? Have you like?
It's been like 2.5 years.
That's congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Yeah.
bro.
The only thing is caffeine now, and sugar. You know, sugar a little bit too. I consider that pretty bad too. Those are my only two. But yeah, it's been 2.5 years. It's been great. It's been awesome.
Sure, that's congratulations. Most people. Yeah.
No nicotine either. I missed out on the Zyn patches.
Oh,
I never got to
man.
try one of those. I quit the nicotine before those became popular. And I see everybody using them. There's even people online that talk about like how they help you focus.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
thing,
crazy.
but
Yeah,
I don't know. It's all good. I don't.
sure.
Okay. And I was gonna say, I was hearing some of the things you said. So, what's some of your goals for 2026? You would say, or like something you are looking forward to within the next coming months, next couple of days, next couple years. I was gonna say, what does that look like for Tyler?
Yeah. I have two kind of separate projects that I'm going to be working on for 2026.
Okay.
For right now, maybe those will change, but one of them is posting on a new channel, new kind of content.
Yeah.
I'm not going to promote it from my Mopey stuff or even on here right now because I want to learn. I don't know. I will always enjoy making content, and I want to learn making short form. That's just the way things are now. So I'm making this new channel to kind of mess around with it, just have fun, not take it too serious. Just uploading ridiculous content.
No, for real. It's
ridiculous.
valid because, like, if you think about it, a person that took a step back from the internet was Kai. That's a good example. Kai, now he has a channel called Kai's Mind. And it's like where he posted stuff that he loves doing now, like whether if it's like crocheting, reading books, working out, and he's getting pretty good traction from it because it's like it's taking a break from like Twitch and streaming, but it's also just like what he likes doing now and what is a part of his journey. And having people come along with his journey is amazing. So for you to like branch back into it and have your own something away from what you had and start something new, it's always something amazing to start something new.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, within that.
I'm going to try to hit 100,000 on the YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
And it's only going to be short form content. I'm not going to do any long form. It's been really fun to start. If anybody comes across it, they're going to be like, what the heck is this? I've told you guys some of the ideas.
Right.
But I'm just having fun with it. And so that's one of them, posting short form content, new channel, just learning that.
For sure.
And then another one is... I'll be putting that on my Mopey channel. It's just another kind of like venture making content in a different niche. So 2 different niches, making content again.
That's what's up.
And working my regular job.
Hey,
keeping that going.
As you should.
Keeping it going. You gonna be there this year too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, man, we'll see you there.
Nah, for sure. And it's like it's good to see you, bro, doing well, looking healthy, doing healthy, and then going off how we met. When we first met each other, it was like, wow. It was crazy.
I gotta ask, bro. How did you find out about the one post that like went crazy on TikTok? Like, how did you feel about that? Like, how did it get sent to you?
Dude, I think Corbin was the first one that sent.
Shout out Corbin.
Another coworker. Corbin sent that to me, I think, and I couldn't believe it.
Right.
I mean, it was a great photo. It was a nice song. So, and then the comments just absolutely crazy.
It was like memory lane, seeing like some
Yeah.
gym, like damn, that's treasure right there.
Yeah,
you
something
know?
funny about that too is, so I mean, you guys saw the comments. Like there were so many photos that I've taken with people over the year.
Yeah.
But most of them only maybe like posted it on their story. I think he was like the first one to really post it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, and I don't no, he didn't. I mean, I don't care. I
Right.
don't care. But it would have been funny if I did care about not being posted.
Yeah.
And then it absolutely blew up.
Yeah.
I don't care. I love the TikTok. But yeah,
Man, it's
that was
like
crazy.
as well. Like you got a lot of buzz on TikTok because then once they post you, it's like our videos start going up out of nowhere on TikTok, and I was just
Yeah,
like,
and I
wow, like dang, all it took was just one like little video or photo, and then you were with Cash
Yeah, I was
recently.
gonna say it was like at the
Yeah.
Culture King shooting a basketball or something. We seen
Man,
that
that
video.
one
It
blew
was
up as
like,
well, and it was
wow.
just like, damn, it was just happy seeing that like he's healthy, he's doing him, and he's doing good. So it's like, dang, that's pretty cool.
But some of the comments were also really interesting. How they were like, "Oh, damn, he's working a normal job," and then
Yeah,
like sad gif or something. And I get it, But that was kind of interesting to see. There were a lot of those. There were a lot of those. But I mean, I just hope that like people know that like I'm at the healthiest point now, despite. I mean, like, so yeah, I'm working this normal job, but I'm way healthier than I am now back then.
Right.
So like, you know.
Really, it's just
It's just really just keeping your mental just as stable as possible, keeping it on the right track, and just doing what's best for you, like, and regardless what that is, and no one can even just get upset at that, because if you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta do what you gotta do. I was gonna say, and you just gotta keep on moving, just keep on grinding. Like you said, you're opening up a new channel again. It's like you might be doing this, but you're still working on the side. You're still putting in that grind, putting in that work. You're just doing what's best for you right now. And like that's why I just like gotta respect it, because even with like everything that went on, that is going on and stuff, and just like even what you're looking forward to, it's like you're still Tyler, you're still doing you, you still got that drive, and like that's just nothing but respect right there. Just shows like just don't give up with nothing. Just keep on grinding, keep on going. Just like Nike said, just do it, because you really have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You literally don't have nothing to lose. So yeah, man, it was definitely good just seeing you on there. I was like, yo, man. Hey man, we know this dude. Like, yo,
seeing
this
it as like
Tyler,
a childhood
man.
hero. Be
Yeah, I
seeing
was gonna say,
it's
yeah.
actually going.
I'm also so thankful it was a good picture too.
It was
You know,
valid.
it
Yeah,
a
you was
good
clean. You was
picture.
clean.
There were
I ain't
some,
gonna lie.
you know, and also some pictures like from like, you know, I was talking about losing some weight. There were some other pictures that weren't too good. So that
Right.
was cool. I was happy about that. But yeah, that was interesting, and I love just all the comments, seeing all the photos. It really is like a collage of just so many memories, meeting people, and I still meet a bunch of people too at work. Like, and now since that TikTok, so many people have been coming up to me too, even coworkers
It's probably
that didn't watch the videos. They're like, it just appeared on their page. So it's been very funny. Even like, dude, even one of like the higher up guys said something too. Like, it's crazy. It really is.
Man, as far as like going back to like with yourself now, what would your younger self say to you now, or what's something that your younger self would say to yourself now that he'll say he's proud of you of?
That proud
Yeah,
of, or,
proud of, or just anything.
Probably just that I'm you know, out here doing my best.
Yeah.
You know, and that I am striving to just be as good as possible and impact the people around me in a positive way. You know, like that would be, I think as a kid, or as if I was in my teens and I heard that, if I was like 15, 16, you know, and I heard a decade later that I'm just working hard, I'm trying to, you know, complete goals, take care of myself and be there for everyone else around me, that would be pretty cool to hear.
Right.
That'd be pretty cool to hear that. Yeah.
I was gonna say this is kind of a question, but I think you might have answered it. With all the knowledge you got now, would you pick up and restart over and do it again? But I was gonna say, you did say your channel you're starting. I don't know if you take it like that, but if you didn't have Mopi, if you didn't have none of the channels, would you? And you had all the knowledge you do now, would you pick up over? Would you pick up over and do it again? Sorry.
Would I still have the following or people that know of me, or completely like from scratch?
kind of from scratch.
Dude, no, honestly not. No, I think getting into content creation online is kind of it's tricky unless I had something that I was really passionate about. I'm not. I don't know. I don't like the online world really.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is very frustrating. I'm so thankful for all the love and support that I get from it and from everything that's come from it. I'm so thankful for it. But I think the online place is really unhealthy overall for most people. So if I like never did YouTube, nobody knew who I was, I would probably just not partake in it. Like my brother, he's not online at all. He doesn't do anything like that, and I think we're the same in that, like, you know, he's happy not partaking in anything like that, and so not so much
For sure. And
but I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna have fun with it
Always.
now. But I'm already out there, you know, so
Yeah,
I can
was gonna
put
say,
myself
yeah.
out there again.
Exactly.
But if I never had, I probably wouldn't start.
For sure. I would say, what's one niche that you wish you hope you would have did back then while you were making content? Like, what's one thing you could have branched out to you think you would have did more in? You should have did more in.
That's a good one. First thing that comes to mind is food.
Oh, like mukbangs or like food nature?
Not so much more like making crazy food, like
Okay.
insane food. I think that's a funny one. There was like a YouTube group called Epic Mealtime. Do you guys even know who they are?
Nah,
That's
you probably
funny,
finna put us on to
That's me
something.
being old. No, they're this is many. Do you know Epic Mealtime? There we go. They just made like insane food things, and I think that's just really entertaining. Just ridiculous stuff. I always like
Right.
ridiculous stuff.
So just branching out the
Yeah.
different side of just, trying new stuff. Dang. And as far as like making content and starting content, at what age did you start like officially making content? Like, I'm gonna just roll with it and just go with it.
2016. I think I was probably 16. Maybe some videos, a couple videos before then, but no, it was probably 16.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
just,
now,
just from just in my bedroom with a green screen, stupid camera that I bought from a friend. Yeah.
dang. And at what one point did you start seeing your videos take off and you just start like going up?
That's a good question. I mean, it was like kind of gradual. I remember hitting like 5,000 subscribers and thinking like, oh, let's go, like
I'm the man.
5,000.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the shit. I hit 5,000 subscribers, but I mean, I can't think of a particular video that just did really, really well. Yeah, I can't think of one. It was kind of slow.
Right.
Gradual,
Just
ups and downs
slow
and
grad-
stuff
and
like
I feel
that.
like that's what,
Yeah.
that's how it should be, slow gradual.
And when you got your first check from YouTube, how did that feel?
Man,
Like,
what
what
was
was
that
going
like?
through your body? Like, oh man, is this real? Like,
Man, like when you just start making money, you seen it, you like, dang, I could make money off this.
I think the first couple checks were probably only were definitely less than $100 for sure. It was more like signing with the network. So back then I signed with a network, so they take 10% and you get 90%. They do some random stuff. But signing with them, I think I might have gotten a bonus for a couple $1,000 or something. That was kind of when I was like, oh, whoa, like
Right.
that's the first like deal that kind of went down. That was cool to see.
Man, that's what's
But it
up.
didn't really like flick a switch in me or anything like, oh, this is the way to go, money, blah blah blah.
Right.
It just was like, oh, this is
cool.
Yeah, this is something. Like, but I don't know. It never really changed too much.
And I was gonna say, when you first started doing the YouTube, did you have like a job and stuff before, or like, and then at what point did you quit your job if you did have one? Like, no, what, I'm quitting my job, I'm taking the content serious. Like, no, we're finna go up with it.
I was working at an ice cream shop, and it was like a liquid night. Have you guys had liquid nitrogen ice cream?
I've heard of it, but I've never had it.
It's pretty good. It's good. But yeah, I was just working there. And it was like senior year. I was gonna go to college, and it was like the summer of senior year. I wasn't working. I stopped working there. Actually, no, the place closed or something. Yeah, the place got shut down. And then I was just gonna go to college. But that's when Jesse asked if I wanted to move into the house and do a gap year and pursue that. And I hadn't worked a regular job after moving into the house.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was a big leap for sure. You know, I was gonna go to Colorado, Springs for college. Would have been very expensive, and I would have went in not knowing what I wanted to do.
Right.
So when he offered that, I was just like, yeah, this I can take a gap year, see how it goes. And then it played out pretty cool. It was good for a while. So yeah, that's how that went down.
That's what's
And I
up.
was gonna say, if you don't mind me asking, I was gonna say, how did your parents feel about it? Because you say you were freshly out of high school, and you're telling them like,
Yeah.
look, I'm not going to college. I'm finna go pursue my dreams and go chase YouTube. How did they feel about that?
My dad was supportive, and so was my mom. I think the big thing was why they were so supportive was because I was going to go to a college that was really expensive and not have a clue what I was doing.
Right.
So, that maybe they wanted to support going off a gap year and not doing it, so that hopefully I would have a change of mind, like not doing that. If the YouTube stuff didn't work out, maybe I would go to community college and try to figure out something much more rational than what the plan was. So
Exactly.
yeah, they were really supportive though. Very thankful for that. No issues at all there. It's kind of actually crazy how much they supported it. Looking back right now, like instantly, no convincing or anything.
Amazing.
Just like
W parents, if you think about it,
most
because
def.
sometimes most kids are stuck at that stage where, like, when they get out of high school or graduate, they don't know what to do, whether to go to college, whether to pursue their dreams, or whether, like, you don't know. Like, and it's like that mental state is pretty bad at certain areas. Like,
building up on you and creeping up on
like
you.
most kids will go, like, they be like, dang, I don't know what to do. Like, maybe my parents probably even just graduating, So it's just like when you in that mental part where it's like you don't go off to college or things don't go off the right way, it's like you don't know what to do, and it's just like, man, this is when life hits you hard. That's when it really hits you. You don't know what to do, even when you're in college. Sometimes it's like, dang, I want to switch my major, and it's just like the mental game there is just crazy. So just knowing what it is and having W parents that be proud of you, that's amazing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's amazing. Just having parents that's proud of you and just to see that. And I just hope out there to the viewers, to the people out there, just like, from his situation, that like you can overcome anything. You could just always just rely to God and rely to your parents, for sure. Just believe in yourself and always chase your dreams and your goals, man.
I will say though, but also I got super lucky too. So like have the goals that you go out and push for, but also have a good backup, because if the YouTube stuff didn't work out, I wouldn't have had a backup.
Yeah.
I would have had to figure it out on the spot, which would have worked out some way or another. But yeah, I mean, making it in the content creation scene full time, it's tough. I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna say it's like on the same level as being like an artist or a sports athlete, but like there is that like comparison, like the people that we see really are like on most of our timelines and stuff. It really is only like 5% maybe. A lot of people are doing it and making like some little side income, but to be the top, which a lot of people that I hear, that come up that ask me stuff, I think they're idolizing the 1% of the content creators and trying to get to that. It's like, hey, I don't want to stop anyone from shooting for the stars, but just also know like how lucky they got, statistically, how many people can get to those spots. It's really tough, and I just hope people that are striving to make content and get to those really high positions also have something else going on. Because it's tough. It really is.
For sure. And
as far as my back end,
no, go ahead, bro.
Now, as far as as a support system, whether if it's with content or whatever you're doing, do you feel like it's a strong, like having a support system behind you to back you up is a strong thing, or is it more so like you gotta just have your mindset like, what, if I want to go do it, I just gotta go do it, and like you said, just keep your faith in yourself.
That's I think it depends on your support system. I think if you have like a really small close group that everyone could be honest about and like on the same page, I think that's pretty good. But I think there's also a lot of value in just kind of and I've struggled with this a lot personally, like where you tell other people the stuff you want to do and you're talking about it more than you're actually just doing it and grinding and putting in those brutal hours by yourself. I think there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah, because I was going to say sometimes, like, even with us, like, we have a really good idea and we tell it to a guest and then we think about it like, man, should we really have told them? Because now it's like, what if they just stole our idea? So I feel like we kind of second guess ourselves a little bit, where it's more so if we just, okay, boom, we tell them our idea and they go ahead and they do it, or they pick up and run with it, let's just capitalize it and just make it different within ourselves. So it's like there's definitely a solution for everything. So I was gonna say, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. Yeah, I get
No,
it.
for sure. And as far as going back to like just content creation and making it, like how did you run into like your friends that you like grew with and did content creation? How did you grow into like how did you meet your first friend that you grew content with?
Well, that was Jesse and Mitchell.
Okay.
I mean, we knew each other since like elementary school, you know. And then Jesse was the first one that started making the videos, and we were just kind of like appearing in them a little bit. And then it's kind of continued on until he moved into the first content house. And then when was it? It was like I took my gap year, and then Mitchell came to the house maybe like a year after me or something like that. That's how we all three of us ended up together. But it just kind of snowballed, but definitely started with Jesse and then kind of making videos with him more so, yeah.
For sure. And as far as say like the group scene, do you think that like friends should just start off like with a group on YouTube? Like do you think it's harder blowing up by yourself or with the group, as you could say, like for like certain content things?
I mean, I don't even know anymore because like this was back in the long form days where long form was for sure more entertaining with more people for sure, but short form I don't think it's as important. Well, maybe it's not as, I don't even know. I really don't. Like, you know, I mean, you got the streamer guys that blew up from just by themselves in a bedroom. I can't think of any groups that have blown up recently, but I'm sure there are. So I think it just depends. You know, I think quality over quantity, whether you're by yourself or with a group. Yeah.
Cool. And I was gonna say, what do you think like was the switch moment for like just content in general? Because I was gonna say, I know you hear about the little 10-year challenge that's going on. Like 2016 is the new 2026. I was gonna say like, obviously back in 2016 the content was like way different back then. I was gonna say, at what point in time did you feel like it made a switch? I kind of feel like it was COVID a little bit, but I'm not too for sure because everyone was like locked in the house and they were watching YouTube. So
that's when YouTube was really vital.
That's
first thing that comes to my mind is the adpocalypse with PewDiePie, because what YouTube did was really smart. Like you can, YouTube slowly incorporated like, hey, you can post whatever you want on YouTube. We're just silently not going to allow you to make money if we deem it inappropriate. So, and I don't think they promoted the inappropriate stuff as much. So, that switch kind of just slowly made people have to conform, you know, because if you're trying to post content online, and you're putting a lot of time into it, you gotta make money. So people even myself too. I remember when I was like stressing about people not cussing in videos because YouTube would pick up on it, and we couldn't say the F word, we couldn't say bad words because YouTube would ding it, and you would make less money. So that switch really changed a lot of stuff. And they did it so like just behind the scenes, you know. Wow. It really changed it. Yeah, I mean I'm laughing about it now, like thinking about how insane that was. Wow. Cutting bleep, not even beeping out the bad words,
right?
Because YouTube, the algorithm or the system that analyzes the videos, they would hear the beeps and be like, "Oh, that's a bad word. This video is inappropriate." Wow. So sometimes I would just mute it so then YouTube doesn't hear a beep. It's crazy, yeah. And that's another thing that caused YouTube to decline so much too. Is just everything's so family friendly.
Yeah, I was definitely finna say.
When do you hear the F word anymore?
Yeah, you don't hear it. Yeah,
you don't, and it's hilarious when people say it, and you don't hear it anymore.
Literally,
for that reason, you don't make money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and do you feel like YouTube? Well, not YouTube, but do you feel like that costs like more platforms to grow within itself, and that's why more people start making a transitional switch to like more slow streaming because they feel like they have the free will because they can just post whatever, well, not post, but stream whatever, I should say.
Yeah, I do think a lot of people made the switch to get away from YouTube and kind of their annoying stuff to go over to streaming, for sure, to get away from that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd say that's interesting.
Do you think YouTube fell in the ranks of just like social media or just like a content, or is it always just going YouTube, always going to be just vital to certain key?
I wonder what the statistics say about that as far as popularity wise. I mean, I think I don't spend time on Instagram, I don't spend time on TikTok, but Instagram Reels for me has such an addicting algorithm. Reels is crazy. YouTube homepage is kind of wonky sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I think they all compete pretty closely. Yeah,
for sure. And then it's like the streaming. It's like a lot of YouTubers head to like streaming and stuff like that. A lot of rappers are doing a lot of like streaming as well. UFC fighters you see do it as well. So I think like streaming is like it's at its peak right now. I feel that. And
definitely.
do you think it's like gonna be a decline of like streaming too as well? You think like as far as like from the clips, the clip farming and everything? Do you think it'll be like just a setback sometime? Or like
I want to believe that these kids are gonna grow up and realize like they're watching just it's nonsense. It's all nonsense. You know, it's like and I used to do it as a kid too, but it just idolizing and watching these. I'm not going to be able to put it fully into words other than I just think the content times we live in now are not healthy for the generation. Like I was just watching like there was a guy called like Filthy Frank and iDubbbz, and they were doing like just dumb stuff. I never really was exposed to this like LA lifestyle, these kids in these insane mansions, girls, fast cars, jewelry stuff. I can't imagine growing up with that and seeing all that stuff growing up. Who knows if it'll matter or not for how these kids turn out, but I think it's bad.
For sure.
Very materialistic. Yeah.
And what do you think the like social media needs more of? Like, what do you think they need more? Do they like what's the positive image you think they need more of going into the years as we just
because a lot of people just follow in trends.
Yeah,
that's like they just following trends.
And
What's ever going on right now? Just I want to go do that.
Like they see the McLaren that he got. They see what he's doing, and it's like you want that, but you not. That's not you. You know, sometimes.
The whole time, bro, they can just be written it for a video just for the views, and like people don't even know it. Like, it's crazy.
So yeah, what's your take on that? What do you think is like more of what the social media needs?
I don't know. First thing that comes to mind is just more creators talking about getting their own viewers kind of off the platform.
Okay.
You know, like, I mean, it's crazy. It's because it doesn't work like this. It would never work like this. But, you know, like popular streamers, like I never personally liked streaming because I felt like I was not entertaining enough to use up the viewers' time. Like time is so valuable.
Yes.
And especially you guys in your youth and these kids growing up, like time is so valuable. And I felt like I was taking that away from people. Sure, I was providing entertainment, but I don't know. I think people just need to spend more time in the real world and in their community and get out and do stuff with the people around them than just be stuck watching some streamer in LA
and stuff like that.
and doing all this crazy, we have this guy on stream. Oh, now we have this famous person on stream. Oh, what crazy thing is going to happen? Oh my God, what's going to happen next time? Like, I don't know. I just don't like it all. But I don't want to be in a hating way because they're doing amazing, entertaining content. I just don't think it's the right stuff. I don't know.
That's fair.
And I was gonna say this, like kind of like not off topic, but if you never were a YouTuber and you had any career to pick, whether if it's an actor, football player, not a football player, but athlete, just in general, just what would you pick? Like anything.
Growing up, I wanted to be a therapist, but as I've gotten older, I've realized that job is just listening to people complain every single day, nonstop about this dumb thing or that dumb thing. So I don't even know anymore. I think in the more recent years, I thought that working on movie sets, creating like the sets and props is really cool. I love movies. I love that aspect of movies. Like I buy a bunch of movie props online and stuff like that.
I was say, man, I seen your collection one time.
Man,
I was like, you had like a bunch of, I think it was like the Alien or something. I'm not too sure, but I was like, man, you love your movies for sure.
Especially that one. That's the Alien movie franchise. One that I have is like an $800 like alien arm component. It's like this big foam piece that I just love it. I think it's sweet. I have a couple other stuff. So probably something with behind the scenes, like making the sets or props for movies.
Oh, that's what's up.
But also the movie industry is pretty unhealthy. Like the hours, a lot of people do drugs and smoke and drink and all that because a lot of it is pretty intense. But I don't know. That comes to mind.
For sure, bro. And another question for you is just like, we're called for the culture, obviously, you feel me? Or we have, like, 4 things is motivation, inspiration, knowledge, and as well as, like, intake. So it's like, what are 4 things? And, yeah, guidance as well. My bad, not intake, guidance. What is 4 things, this for 2026, what is 4 words you want to use and go with for 2026?
4 singular words.
4 single, just
You
4.
got four. You got
4.
four.
Okay. First one that comes to mind is endurance.
Okay.
Okay, now that kind of froze after that. Okay. Endurance. Laid back.
There we go.
Okay.
Laid back. Not taking it too serious. Laid back. Just motivated. Just got to keep the motivation.
Yeah.
And trolling. I'm gonna be trolling out here.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
you
what's
gotta
up.
have fun. I, was gonna
Yeah,
say, I
I
feel
gotta-
like you gotta have fun. If you're too serious with anything, it's
Yeah.
cool, but it just gets to a certain point where it's like, all right, relax a little bit, take a breath, and just do you have fun? Because at the end of the day, if you're not being negative about anything, you're just being yourself. Obviously, people gonna have their opinions, but you're just doing you. And like once you're just doing you and being your true, authentic self, you just like, hey man, I don't care. I'm doing me. I like it. That's how I feel about stuff. That's why
Yeah.
I just go about me, just do me. Cause I was gonna say I don't care. I just be me. But
Yeah.
For sure, bro. And just like going into 2026, you heard it here, new channel.
we in 2026, brother.
Like first month, we still in the first
Hey, we in
month.
the
So
first
going
month,
into
we ready.
2026 to push it out, man. Like you heard it here first. Tyler said his own channel. You feel me? Successful, keep his mental right, and I feel that like that's what us all people on social media are not just learn from him and understand that like you happy. Sometimes you're gonna be happy, regardless whether you just always know to stay happy, stay positive, and just know what you're in it for. Know what you're doing stuff for and having fun with what you want to do. So it's like I appreciate you for letting us have you on and just to speak
I
some
also
words.
want to say one last thing.
Of course.
To
Me
that,
too,
to
me
that
too.
thing.
Go ahead. I'm just ranting. I'm being inspirational.
The first one is, I don't. This isn't some like crazy revelation, I don't think, but quitting an addiction, you gotta accept it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
You gotta get through the bad times. For me personally, like getting off the junk food, I had a lot of like just days that were not enjoyable. So many days were I was just only thinking about food and wanting to break. But like, you just gotta accept it's gonna suck. If you've been doing a bad habit for a long time, you can't just get off of it like easily. So you just gotta accept it's gonna suck. So kind of embrace the suck is the first one. Second one, smart recovery is something that really helped me. It's kind of like a bunch of tools that help you get through these like urges, cravings, addictions. I go to these meetings like once a week. I originally started going because to quit smoking and drinking, but the coolest thing about it to me is it can be used for any vice. It can be for junk food, gambling, even like anger management, anything. These tools really can help out. It's like a free program. I absolutely love it. I could see myself making content, trying to put it out there more. Because like, do you guys know about Alcoholics Anonymous? Have you heard of that by chance?
Nah.
What is that? What's that?
That's like another kind of recovery group. That one's based off like a weird 12-step program. Helped a ton of people. I don't think it's for the younger generation. I think a lot of us can benefit from smart recovery, and it's just really interesting. That helped me out. That completely changed the game for me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just like when your brain starts thinking of whatever vice it is, just kind of going through a series of steps that are backed by science to help rewire neural pathways to break that habit and kind of cope with it a bit easier. So
No, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
just shout
for
out.
sure.
Just a quick shout out.
No, I was
That's
gonna say
what's
that's
up.
very interesting. I was gonna say with us wrapping it up and all that, you already had a lot of success over the years, but in 2026, what does success look like to you?
Good question.
Dang. Writing a goal down and hitting it. I've written a few goals down for the year, but I'm kind of like having second thoughts. I need to make more periodic goals because I don't think goals for the year is kind of like where I want to go really. I think for keeping motivation and having the endurance to keep going through the low point is kind of hitting smaller goals to lead up to the big one. So I got to work on hitting smaller goals throughout the year, monthly goals, stuff like that. Yeah.
For sure.
And one last thing, what's your message for someone who's either in a down moment, beating themselves up, don't know what to do mentally, or just trying to get out of something, just whether if it's a habit they're trying to break, just anything, what's some advice you'll give them?
Everything works itself out. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
As long as you stick around to tough it out, it'll work itself out. That's it.
What's that saying? Whatever kills you makes you stronger or whatever. So I was like, all right,
What
whatever
doesn't kill you makes
doesn't
you
kill
stronger. Whatever.
I said it wrong. My bad.
Everything kills you and makes you weaker. No.
No. My bad. But yeah, whatever does not kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, you'll get it'll.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah.
Everything's fine. Don't trip out. You'll get through it.
Cool.
For sure,
good.
bro. You heard it here first, bro. Mopi, appreciate you for letting us have you on, bro. It's a blessing.
It was an honor, man. Honor.
Man,
we
literally.
appreciate it
This
for
is fun.
sure. Definitely appreciate it. I was gonna say we hope for you guys learned something. For Tyler, we hope you came in here, trusted us, had a good time with us for the culture, and just hopefully, just maybe we can set another one up in the future. Just
yeah,
anything.
sure.
Just we all just got to keep on thriving, keep on pushing, just keep on going.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
For sure, man. You heard it here first, man. For the culture out.
We out.